Hello everyone, this is Ali and welcome to my channel Art by RA. Today we are again doing some gestures, 2 to 3 minutes gesture each, and this is going to be a series. I'm just gonna open Pinterest on a side of the screen and make some rough gesture drawings. So I don't know the sources of these pictures. I've made a few boards here and there, and if you know the sources, let me know. I will mention them. I will tag them. So whenever I'm drawing some gesture, I'm starting from torso. I told you in the previous videos that I used to start from the head, but no, now I start from torso and then go to the leg, and then usually I go to the arms or some other big shape, and then to the head. Sometimes after torso I go to the head, if it is just if the reference of the picture is just till the torso or till the hips, or if the person is sitting or there is some kind of foreshortening. So I am just making some sweeping gestures, like I just put two lines for the arms and another line for the second arm, and just leave it there. And then I go back and try to put some more lines, um, trying to keep it between 2 to 3 minutes. Although for some gestures I went on above 2 to 3 minutes, like 3.5 or 4 minutes, but the idea is to just capture the pose. And to capture the pose, you need to put some very thin, very light lines to capture the idea of the pose. And you see there's a problem here with the feet, with the legs. Her right leg should be a little bit forward and a little bit longer as compared to the left leg. But it's okay. I just got the idea, got the gesture. Now the reference on the right, the girl on the right, she's sitting. So I could start with the head, or just an idea of the head, because in this pose the main most prominent thing is head. These days I'm trying to draw some poses, or trying to draw some references that in which I'm trying to focus one particular part of the figure. It's very tough. It's very tough to focus on one or two particular part of the figure, of the reference, and then um, leave the rest out of it. So again, I am putting some big confident lines for her dress, and then her legs. Uh, Again, they sometimes I struggle with the legs. Sometimes they just it's just easy to draw them. This pose is not very difficult, but again, you need to put some confident lines. Now I am going for the hair. One thing that I learned, that I have told you in the previous videos as well, go check out my previous videos please, and subscribe to my channel, and like the video, this one. I told in the previous video that you keep in a gesture drawing, you keep moving from one point to another point to another point. Don't just fix on one thing, like you start drawing head, then suddenly move to some other part, like move to the torso, and then move to the legs, and then move to the arm, and then come back to the head. And you keep moving so that you do not stay at one point and start spending a lot of time detailing, because gesture drawing is less about detailing at the start. You can go on and put some details later on, decrease the opacity of the layer, and then uh, start drawing again over that layer. So that's it. Let's move on to the next gesture. I think we are right now going like 2 to 3 minutes each gesture so far. Now the reference on the left side, we are going for the left side. Now You can't see her full head. The main thing is the curve in her torso, and this concept is called as the pinch and squash. The pinch and squash, or the pinch and the stretch. So you can see that on the right side of her torso there is a pinch, there is a concave curve, and on the left side there is a stretch, there is a convex shape forming. So I am focusing on that. My focus was supposed to be on the pinch and the curve, but later on I started adding more details on the head, which was not good, which was not good at all. um, Now I'm going for the hands. Her hand are covering the face, and there's a need for just big sweeping lines. Let me remind you again that I am using Clip Studio Paint, and whenever I sketch, I usually sketch on a vector layer because it's easy to erase vector layer, in vector layer with a vector eraser. I will make a small tutorial about this, how to use vector layer and how to use it in sketching. It's very easy to erase the unnecessary part at the end. So I'm going for the left arm of the figure in the reference, and the main thing was supposed to be her torso, the curve in her torso, not the head, not the arms, but the kind of the curve. I could have exaggerated it more. um, I did exaggerated the upper side of the torso, the rib cage, and etc. But I should have bent the hip area to the right side more, make it like a V shape, an inverted V shape. So I think that's it. Let's move on. It's been like 2.5 or 3 minutes. Now this reference on the right side, the female in the black and white with red background. So I don't know where to focus on her, but I imagined that her torso and her hip area is prominent. Where she is putting her hand, and that's very prominent. So I tried to put the emphasis there, but couldn't do so. It's again a push and pull. You try to get an idea across with a sketch. Sometimes you succeed, sometimes you don't. You need to go again and again. um, I usually don't do that. I'm very lazy. I get contented. I like to move on, which is very bad, which is very bad. um, so I have just tried to put some big shapes for the hair. um, no details on the hair at all, and now a single line for the leg, just to get the idea of the length of the leg. And then the kneecap is a very important landmark for me, for the leg. And then the calf muscles, and at the end uh, the foot, the right foot. Now again a big line for the her other leg, her right leg, but it is on my left, so I'm gonna say the leg on the left. She is probably sitting just at the edge of a stool, so we need to give an indication of the stool as well. um, I really struggle with her right arm, which is on my left, her hidden arm, because I could not get her hand proper. So in the near future, I'm going to make a video about practicing hand, like draw 100 hands challenge or something. Um, I am getting more and more busy these days with different jobs. So let's see when can I do that. I just added a little bit of shade at the back. You can see that I'm not adding any kind of facial expressions. I'm avoiding facial expression. I'm just trying to get the gesture right. Now the figure on the right side, the black and white image. So it's very aesthetic and very dynamic. I really struggle with it because her head is tilted upward. She's looking up, and I really struggle with her head. So I just added 2 to 3 lines for her hairline, and then bun. She has this short bun at the back, uh, short knot at the back. One thing that I learned for the heads that are tilted upward or the sideward is to add like this uh, sort of a D shape at the bottom of the the head. I will try to add a line there. Or we can discuss this in the future videos. This gives an idea of how the head is tilting towards us or away from us. So this is it. Again, I made her torso a little bit squeezed. I should have made her torso a little bit more stretched or more pushed outward. Uh, but her hands are covering her torso, her breast area. So it's a little bit difficult to see where the things are going on. As I told you, that this is a little bit dynamic pose, and I really struggled with it. I told you I really struggled with this, especially with her hands. I need to study hands. I need to study hands. We all need to study hands. Most artists um, find it very hard to draw hands, let alone exaggerate them. Some artists find them very easy. I find them very difficult to draw. So I'm gonna do some not tutorials, but more like gesture drawing or practice drawings of the hands, feet, eyes, maybe even nose, and try to combine the advice given to me by different artists. So here I'm going for her hand, just adding a little bit of the shade, and um, in this figure I could not understand what I was trying to exaggerate. I should have exaggerated her head, but I struggled a lot with the drawing her head. So it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes you struggle. Sometimes you just draw it. It's not that much big deal. You need to keep drawing, keep moving forward. One advice that I found very interesting while looking at the video from Team Gula. Uh, if you go to the Proco channel and if you just write on the YouTube Proco Tim Gula, Timgula, he has some amazing uh, tutorial lectures on how to draw gestures, and his lines are so good, flowy, and um, very good. He's a master. He's an old master, very respected. I just love his gesture drawings. You can also go and follow him on the Instagram if you like to. I like to follow a lot of my favorite artists on Instagram. My Instagram handle is artbyra3. Um, you can follow me. I will leave the link in the description. Um, I try not to edit these videos too much. I try to um, just keep it simple, because if I start editing videos I will start adding details, and it will start getting messy, and I'm in the early stage. So I think that in early stage the amount of content matters rather than the editing and more quality. um, if I get the feedback from different subscribers or followers, then I will start adding or subtracting the stuff. Right now I'm just recording the videos, and then I make a voiceover, edit a little bit in a few minutes, 5-10 minutes or 15 minutes, and then just upload it, let it go. So with this little girl's sort of a portrait, half body reference, this was again a little bit difficult. It's not very dynamic, but to focus on the idea, she's holding a leaf. So again, uh, in this case, where most of her torso is covered with her hand, I start with head and then go for arms, and then just add a little bit uh, like flowy lines for her remaining torso and hip. Her hair are, I just love her hair. She she's so cute and pretty. Um, but just big lines, just add big lines for her hair. That's it. That's what I have learned. I'm not very good at drawing hair as well, but I try to, uh, you know, I try to. I'm trying to learn how to draw hair. Sometimes the hair just come. I just draw them, and they look very nice to me, very appealing, and sometimes they don't. So that's it. So subscribe to my channel and like the video. Thank you.